Okay, a quick video. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had this thought or is concerned about this issue, but we've just had an announcement about digital ID cards. The UK government has announced plans for a mandatory digital identity card, which is supposed to be in place by 2029. Now, its focus was on the right to work and stopping immigrants illegally working, and it's been dubbed as the Brit card, the UK card, national identity card, whatever you like. But I just wanted to discuss, could these become the key to age verification under the Online Safety Act? It's kind of obvious that I would have thought this card would be used to prove your age to access websites online. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Let's just have a quick look at it. Let's just summarise the current age verification requirements from the Online Safety Act. At the moment, from August 2025, platforms must use secure methods, inverted commas, like facial scans, photo IDs, credit card checks for age-restricted content. So basically, if you go to an adult site, you have to prove you're an adult, and it's supposed to protect the children. Not everybody agrees. Here's the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Blocking access to harmful content will not protect children online, no matter how many times the UK politicians say so. It's an interesting article, and I'll put the link in below. But anyway, getting past here, basically, so all pornography websites, including others as well, must implement all these age checks, and the focus is to prevent children accessing the content, which of course is a laudable aim. The privacy by design, verification must avoid collecting unnecessary personal data. So the Ofcom, who are regulating this, have specified that you should avoid collecting unnecessary personal data wherever possible. It's not really possible because most of the methods people are using, the biggest adult websites, are using uploading confidential personal documents like passports and driving licenses and bills and stuff like that. That's all going online. It's all using to age verification, and it's been looked after by a porn site. Great, hey? They do say where possible, but it's not really possible. The facial recognition thing has been tried, doesn't really work. It can be bypassed. And of course, all this can be bypassed by using a VPN service like I do. Best VPN, in my opinion, and the best discount you can find online is in the description below. NordVPN, dead easy to use. Try it out. Okay, the new digital ID proposal. So what's going to happen? They basically, it's a bit sketchy on details. It's early days, but it's going to be mandatory for workers by 2029. It'll be a smartphone-based, like, identity card, go in your sort of wallet, I guess, like you have season tickets or vouchers for the train and cards, stuff like that will probably go in your Google Wallet or Apple Wallet or something like that. It'll be used for right-to-work checks. Plenty of other right-to-work checks in place already, but hey. And there's a lot of talk about it making access, extending the scope by allowing it to access public services. This is why they're trying to sell this huge intrusion into your privacy by saying, oh, it'll make it easier to get a doctor's appointment or to access government services. I doubt it, but who? And another focus is border control and immigration, probably the biggest one for the government, who are under a bit of pressure at the moment and need something big and shiny to get themselves out of a hole, I think. The scheme requires a lot of new legislation, so it could never happen. It's got to go through the House of Commons, House of Lords. There's no legislation in place at all to justify this ID card, so who knows if it'll ever happen. But a lot of us are worried because the link, as soon as this ID card, if it is used for age verification, the scope of it extends hugely if it's part of the Online Safety Act, and I can't see how it wouldn't be logical to use it. There's no official connection yet. Obviously, the government focus is elsewhere. They're emphasising employment, immigration, public services. But the online age verification and the Online Safety Act has just been implemented, and they're quite strong behind that. Technical compatibility, digital ID, I would guess, would definitely satisfy the Online Safety Act requirements, but again, would the digital ID itself needs a lot of regulation behind it and new rules before it can be implemented. If it was, I am almost certain it will be used in the Online Safety Act. Hopefully, we'll get rid of both of them soon, or just keep using your VPN and ignore them. Privacy concerns, yes, lots of civil liberty groups and ordinary people as well, to be honest. People are worried about this, just like you don't have to be a dyed-in-the-wool sort of privacy campaigner to be worried about how much scope this is extending into people's personal lives. Civil liberty groups are warning against combining broad digital IDs and state regulation of online access. There's huge surveillance risk, and you're basically allowing the government to control, monitor and analyse everything you do online as well through these cards. Okay, so as I like to stress, it's only a feeling and only a worry that people have at the moment. It seems a logical step to combine the Online Safety Act and digital IDs. They've come close, announcements have come very close together, but we will be looking here, and I'm sure other more educated people than myself will be monitoring that. But what we're going to look for, we're going to look for legislative changes. We're going to look for draft bills or amendments and look for where digital ID and age verification or the Online Safety Act requirements are specified in any of these legislative changes, to look for clues. We will look at all regulatory guidance. There's going to be a lot of Ofcom consultations on how digital ID integrates with existing identity and age assurance frameworks. We're going to keep an eye on that. There's plenty of sites, obviously, where the ordinary loaner like myself can keep an eye on this. Parliamentary scrutiny, hopefully it will be scrutinised. There are a lot, not all politicians are behind this, and there are privacy impact assessments and debates about the proportionality of using this Big Brother central ID for controlling what the hell you do online. I mean, do you want Keir Starmer to control it? Do you want him to monitor it? Do you want him to have access to what you do online? I don't, and this is what would happen. Another step with the Online Safety Act if it's combined with a digital ID. Industry pilots, if it is going to happen, there'll be some sort of pilots. We need to keep an eye out on platform announcements about accepting digital ID as an identity proof once the system becomes available. Fingers crossed it never happens, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if they did try to push through. Okay, that's the end of this video. I hope it's been useful to somebody. Thank you all and have a nice day.